I had to do my very first Zoom call ever, Zoom meeting.
Okay.
It's restarting ACLS. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the Zoom class. All you got to do is hit the link, whatever. But we were still working, so I had like 2 minutes to okay, here we go. And I hit the Zoom link, and it wants access to my camera. Okay, it wants access to my microphone, and I accidentally said no. So there was some sort of privacy setting, right? So I joined the Zoom class, and I can hear the guy, and there's a couple other people. He's just, Mr. Jones, can you hear me all right? Yeah, I can hear you. He goes, I can't hear you. This is going to be a problem, Mr. Jones. You need to get it fixed. So right then I start to pucker. I'm like,
what do I do?
Exactly.
Where's Fernando?
I am the worst tech guy ever. I couldn't tell you how. So I get out of the Zoom call. I get back in the Zoom call. Hopefully it's going to ask me again. Classic. I get out. I get back in, right? And now I'm really getting anxious because I got to get this class done. There's a lot of things riding on this class. So I just take the phone and I go into pre-op and post-op, and I'm like, does anybody fucking know how to do Zoom? I mean, I'm steaming now.
Yeah.
And Mary.
Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, I know. She says me. She's like, well, you got to go to your settings. And
She knew.
She did.
Knew.
Man.
Yeah.
Roger.
Her and Alana saved me.
Roger with a true boomer moment.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it was so bad.
Fucking up the Zoom
is
call.
this
Damn it.
But did you guys? I mean, if you hit, you got to go to settings. You got to go to Zoom. You got to go.
I know how to do it.
Okay,
Buddy.
all right.
yeah.
Well, fuck you guys. Then, all right?
Let's
Thumbs up.
podcast. Hello, every world, people in the world, and whatever you are,
Every
aliens, every world. Yeah, let's just go with every world.
Every world.
This is IATQ. I'm Bryce Brizzle McKnight. Welcome to our show. I hope you stick around to the end. It's going to be a doozy. This is our season finale. So,
Oh, this is?
yeah.
Cool.
I guess if you want to call it, we're doing seasons. We just do episodes, but it's fun to call it seasons, I guess. Let's go around the room. Who this week's question will be answered by Ricky Coolbreeze Grassy. Hello, Ricky.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Doing all right?
Long time no see.
I know.
Yeah, it's great to have you
Two in
back.
a row for me, so I'm doing good.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. This is going to be tough.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
You've even imagined to wear the exact same outfit as last week.
I only have 3 outfits.
This is the show outfit for me.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Next to him is Justin Red Dog McKnight on the what question. Hey, Red Dog, what's up? I like your fro. The fro came back.
Yep.
That's nice.
My pubes are back.
Looks good, man.
My pubes are back.
We'll play
boys.
basketball later.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I want to
think about
right
that.
now.
Across from Red Dog is Kevin C. Dog Wilcox on
like
the
Skittles.
where question this
I'm
week.
where. I
Welcome
don't know
back,
where
Kevin.
I'm. Thank you. Good to be back. Feels like I was just here.
It doesn't it? Isn't that strange?
It's such a great feeling.
It's really weird
Yeah.
how that works out. Next to you is Roger motherfucker Jones. on
Gentlemen,
the
good
win.
to be here once again.
Good to see you again,
You guys are
Raj.
looking good.
Thank
You're
you.
looking
Thank
good,
you.
too.
You as well.
I thought I was the where question until just now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad you looked at your notes and
Yes.
you confirmed your
Yeah.
appropriate question. Next to Roger motherfucker Jones is Brad OG Champ Keepers on the how question. What's up, Brad?
Hey, brother.
Good to have you back, man.
Hey, guys.
I'm not a crook.
I'm not a crook. All right, I'm going to, first of all, we got to correct the record. I think it was a couple episodes ago, maybe a few episodes ago. There's a link somewhere where I said that Geert Wilders, in the picture of knowledge, was the president of Holland.
Is he not?
He didn't quite make it. He did win his party's nomination or whatever. But, I think every election is fixed at this point. But anyways, it's not a political show. But I had to correct
is
the
now.
record. No, it's going to get serious.
For
you
this
thought
guy
this
it
was
is.
a
He's
jack off and
politically
shit
a
joke
Holland
show?
show.
No. Really what it is.
Put those eyelashes on.
That's
Yeah,
right.
where's my eyelashes?
Yeah.
You can see in the last episode we talked about eyelashes.
Well, when are we going to dive into that? Right now?
Ask questions. No.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
All right.
I'm still doing shout outs and shit, Raj.
All right, shout it out, brother.
All right, I'm going to shout out another podcast you should check out and watch if you like music, especially if you like ska music. You should really check it out. This one is from, comes to us on Facebook. I'm sure he's everywhere. It's Krista Makes, a podcast. So Krista Makes is a guy I went to high school with. We were just kind of friends of friends. I played baseball with his brother, and we were friends of friends. But he is the guitar player, singer of Less Than Jake, a popular
cool.
ska band.
Nice.
So yeah, check out his podcast. They're cool dudes. They interview musicians and shit, talk about music. songwriting and things.
Yeah,
Ska.
I ain't gonna check that out.
Jamaican Scott.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
All right. Thanks, Red Dog. Also, I would like to give another shout out to one of our hardcore fans who we all know and love, and that is Mary C. Thank
Mary
you so
C.
much
Thanks
for
for
watching.
bringing
Mary.
it,
Love you,
Mary.
Mary C.
She deserves a shout
Thanks
out.
for
for
watching.
sure.
She does.
I think she is, in fact, in the lead with the point count, by the way. What do you win when you get 1,000,000 points?
A Harrier jump jet.
Okay, why not? let's put in the fine print, Fernando, about the Harrier jump jet. You really are not going to get. All right, thanks. So, okay, so I think that takes care of the shout outs and I am getting a security office call. This sounds serious. Should I answer it on the air?
Yes.
No.
No.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
don't do it.
I won't do
It's
it.
not one of.
I'm gonna get into
Reverse
beefs.
prank?
I was gonna reverse prank him on the air, I guess, but maybe I'll save that for another time. That would have been good timing. I can still do it.
Do it. Do it.
No, it could
No,
be,
don't.
what if
All
it's like serious? Like this is the sheriff's office and
Yeah.
you're under arrest.
Yeah, don't do it.
Whoops.
Oh shit, they found me.
Just
They don't make phone calls.
It's that
They show up at
secure
your house.
office.
Security office. I don't
Yeah.
know. Somebody wants money from something.
Yeah.
Trying to scam me into
Yeah.
shit. All right, let's start off our beefs. That could be a good beef is all the fucking robocalls you get, but that's not my beef. My beef is a little more local. I live in a nice neighborhood. It's like a gated community, and mostly retired people live there.
That could be the office.
But everywhere we go through and you see somebody, they throw a wave to you. How's it doing, neighbor? You know, they'll start it. They'll be walking along. They'll see a car. Hey, how you doing? And so every time, I always wave. Always wave. Everybody waves. And then, you know, lately we've been getting more younger people in the neighborhood and stuff like that, and they don't wave. And that burns my ass.
Yeah, if I
'Cause I'm like,
wave,
this is a friendly fucking neighborhood, and you fucking goddamn wave.
Yeah, you don't move in my
Or give me a head
neighborhood.
nod
You
or
saw me.
acknowledgement. Yeah.
It's just I'll do this, and they'll just be like, you know, move away real quick like they didn't see it. I'm like, you fucking saw the wave. And
It's probably those damn Yankees.
from episode 15.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll say?
I have that
We'll
same
find it.
beef. I have a new neighbor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my windows down because my, windows are foggy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's here from here to you, and he has his dog, and I'm just like,
What's
hey,
up,
man,
bro?
Nothing. Stone cold.
Like you
I
weren't
hate
even
he
there.
that.
didn't give
I
me
hate
anything.
that.
Doesn't that burn
And
your
I was
ass?
just like, window roll back up. I'm like,
Young guy, old guy?
young
Young
yeah.
guy.
So
It's
Maybe
Dude, I hate
he's
I don't
that.
know,
age.
man.
It's the fucking
So
millennials.
now I make a point to just look at him, and then do that.
Yeah.
You know you saw me, and I know you
Yeah.
saw. Yeah.
We,
Give him the
we
one
hate
finger
each other
wave.
now.
Yeah. I was walking down the hall. Dr. Dieter. Walking down the hall, past me. Eye contact. Hey, Doc, how are you? Nothing. Not a head nod.
Didn't you want to just sock him
Oh,
right in
and
the
I was
face?
like, all right, from this day on, never again.
Yep. Shoulder check him or
That's the
something.
opposite of
hallway.
what we do. I say good morning to you like 50 times a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr.
Yeah,
Krasny.
we over morning.
Yeah.
Me and Kevin wish each other
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday every day.
Pretty
Yeah.
much every day.
Nice. That's friendly.
Hey there, happy birthday.
What
All
happened
right.
to being friendly?
Cool. Ricky, what's your beef?
People at restaurants or like fast food places
Okay.
or in drive-throughs who don't know what they want by the time they get up
I think we've
to
had
the
this.
to the counter.
I don't know if we did, but let's
Maybe.
hear it
Yeah.
again.
That happened to me today, this morning. I stopped and got a coffee on the way here, and like I did the app mobile pickup thing, selected drive-through, and the lady in front of me was like at the board at the kiosk, going maybe I want. First of all, you fat fuck, you come here every day and you know it, so don't
You got
pretend.
that menu memorized.
Yeah, like
bitch.
you don't know what your fucking order is.
It's McDonald's.
okay?
Come on.
Like no, maybe I'll just get the number 2. It's like no, you're gonna get the 2 and the 1 and that other thing that
And
you
you're going to
always get.
supersize it.
And then
With a Diet
so
Coke.
that takes like a couple minutes, and I'm just getting a single coffee that I've already paid for. I just want to roll it right through. She gets up to the window where you take your food, and she's like, "Actually, can I add? Because I'm feeling frisky this morning, and I want to add this." And
a salad.
and the guy at the window goes, "Okay." So now I'm like sitting behind this lady forever just to get my like single coffee, and I'm trying to make it here on time, and I didn't leave the house until late. So then I get up to the window And I take my coffee and I go, actually, can I? And I see the guy just go like this. I'm just fucking with you, man. And I laughed.
He's like, thanks,
I
man.
was like, oh shit.
She's also the one that has to turn and find her purse from the back seat.
Right.
To find her wallet.
how
Yeah.
much
then
is it?
dig through the
Oh.
wallet.
And then pay for it in change.
Yeah.
And that's 81 and 86 and
Oops, I dropped
I
that
hate
one.
her.
start over.
I hate her so much.
That's a great beef.
Yeah, that's my beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's McDonald's. You know what they have? Cheeseburgers, fries, nuggets. What
Yeah.
the fuck? McRib every now and then.
Hot coffee.
Yeah.
You ain't getting a salad.
Fish fillet.
Yeah. How complicated does this have to be?
Very.
Good beef. Red Dog, what's your beef?
My beef is people at work, coworkers, servers particularly,
Careful.
that don't know how to ring in a fucking order. In
Oh.
other words, a cheeseburger, they want to put cheeseburger, no cheese, no pickle, no onion, no lettuce, no tomato, all the shit that comes on the motherfucker.
Burger.
Just say plain. Just say plain so I don't got to read a fucking 12-page
Okay.
book.
About
Of
what
but
you actually
what
need to
you
make.
Mustard only.
Just put it specifically what you fucking want on it, please.
Everything on the
I
side.
mean, yeah, come on.
I'll
You
build it
gotta-
myself.
Yeah.
It could be I'll get a ticket this long for one burger.
Oh, it's
Like-
not good.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And all it has
Reading
to be is burger.
Yeah, just as a plain burger.
yeah, mustard
Yeah.
only.
Mustard or ketchup. All right, it's pretty good beef. I see where that's frustrating.
Literal beef.
Literally.
Literal
Literal
beef,
beef.
about beef.
Where's the beef?
Kevin, what's your beef?
So mine kind of goes back to what producer Fernando had gotten into at one point about tailgaters.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it
And,
was going to be about statutory rape.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going that. No, I'm the killer. Remember?
Gotcha.
So anyway, I live in I
got it
live
on air.
in a horrible area. I think it's got the greatest concentration of asshole drivers in the state of Florida is Palm Coast. And literally, I think there's this thing called the 2-car rule that was invented in Mississippi that finally made its way over here. It's if the first car stops at the stop sign and there's 2 cars behind you, once you go through that stop sign, they come out right behind you. And I've actually had people stop behind me and start honking at me because I refuse
To let him
pull
go
out.
too?
Well, no, I refuse to pull out in front of somebody. I'm not going to cut them off.
Right.
And I mean, we've all made mistakes. We've all pulled out in front of somebody by accident. But if you can see somebody coming, and I had some lady honking at me the other day, telling me to pull out. And if there wasn't traffic behind her, I probably would have gotten out and asked her why she's in such a hurry.
Yeah.
Because there was traffic coming, and I couldn't pull. So yeah, those people that just want to stay right on your ass coming through a turn,
There's
got to
a
get
two-
hurt.
Roger wants to ask a question.
2-car rule? What? Invented in
That's
Mississippi?
what I think it is. I mean,
Is that a real thing?
no.
Oh, okay. So
It's
But
just like
we're
an
just
unwritten,
making fun of
unwritten rule.
Mississippians.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what does Mississippi have to do with it? They invented
I
it?
used to live there.
I
holy
gotcha.
crap.
I
right.
gotcha. I see.
I mean, look at
I
how
gotcha.
they spell
Holy,
the state.
I think they're, I think Mississippi's a weird state. I think they're pretty
Stay
ignorant
out of
there,
Mississippi.
but, yeah.
No Mississippi.
Expert advice, stay out of Mississippi.
One
Sorry,
Mississippi,
Mississippi.
two
We just lost
Mississippi,
Mississippi.
three
It's
Mississippi, 4.
They don't have internet there. Don't worry about it.
I was going to say, they got one half of a viewer.
half a viewer. They got one computer in the whole state. It's run by the government. Anyways, Roger, what's your beef?
These news anchors that spend their entire time introducing themselves and talking about their
Oh,
news
they love
channel.
themselves, don't
Versus
they?
they'll spend 30 minutes on 30 seconds on a short story.
Yeah.
I'm Joe Blow from Action News 25. Stay tuned. Just irritates me.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
They love themselves so much they can't talk about the story.
Well,
more
yeah,
than
it's like
themselves.
they're just filling time or something. Versus,
Look at me. Yeah. They want that Cush weatherman job someday.
okay, so that
I
wouldn't
like
great
watching like the
That's your beef,
Spanish
huh?
news channels.
With the women?
They got like the hot women
The
on
women
there,
are
and
hot.
they're always turning exactly to the side so you can see
There was like
see the whole
in-
dress they're wearing.
figure
I think it was in Italy. Like they had topless
Yes.
newscasters.
Yeah, they
and
always
they
have the
just
hot
do the
chicks
shows with
overseas,
no
yeah.
shirt on.
I would be
Although
so
some
informed.
of the chicks here are pretty hot, I gotta admit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not big booty Latina chicks.
No. But does that guy? Does that bother you?
Ask
I'm
questions.
Josh so and so with Action News.
I don't
5.
watch those
Okay.
guys.
I don't watch the
that
news.
crap.
Yeah,
I think it's
fuckers.
useless.
Fuck those
I think
Yeah,
Dylan
fuck
from
them.
the Today Show's hot. I'd
My
like
beef
to see her
is the
topless.
news.
Oh, fake
And you got-
news, true news.
They don't have sportscasters here. Sports,
No.
you know. In Oklahoma, they have the weather guy, they have the
Yeah.
news guy, and they
And
have
the
the sports
sports guy.
guy.
We
Yeah,
have
they don't
sports
do
guy
that
here.
shit here.
We just
Yeah,
have
we
the
do.
weather guy.
Not on the channels I watch.
What are you-
I mean, they cover
not
like
watching First Coast News.
college basketball and college, baseball, stuff like that.
We had Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
Mike and Mike in the
so
morning.
who's the news guy on?
ask questions. Brad, what's your beef?
I mean, the sports guy.
Deegan or no, that was the weather guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's
his name.
another thing.
Nobody cares.
Our weather guy's better
Right.
than your weather guy.
It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
know these people. Brett Martineau.
They read off a little teleprompter.
Yeah.
They don't know what's
Nobody
going on.
cares. Nobody cares.
Anyways, Brad, what's your beef?
My beef is 6 hot dogs, 8 buns.
Whoa, this is
Love it.
weird. Are you serious? Did you read my comment from Off Topic? I think it was.
Oh no.
No. It was Josh and Paulie because they do like I'm pretty sure it was those guys. They do like Would You Rather or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was one of those shows. Said, "What's your favorite conspiracy theory?" Maybe it was Off Topic because they do a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And it was like I was like, well, all mine are coming true, so I'll take the 8 hot dog bun 12
Yeah.
hot dog conspiracy as mine. So that's weird. You're bringing that up now.
Yeah.
Wow. But why?
Weird.
Yeah. What's the why?
Makes no
Why did they do
sense.
it?
Consumerism, just to separate us from our money. I don't know.
So you have to buy
Why-
another thing of
You
hot
have to
dogs.
buy another one,
Yeah.
And then another one.
and then another one.
And it never ends.
yeah.
It's like
It's always
following.
off.
So it's 8 buns per 6 weenies?
Yeah.
What is it?
Depending
12?
on
No, no, no.
12
no. I think,
dogs.
I think it's 10 weenies per 8 buns.
No, 8 dogs, 12.
12 buns.
Buns.
Yep.
Yeah.
8
It's
dogs,
always
12
an
Take it
off
from the-
number.
That's the
Cook,
correct
yeah,
ratio.
yes.
We're going with 8 dogs.
So then
12
you're
buns.
forced-
No, no,
Yeah.
no. It's a 6-pack of buns.
No.
Yeah, it's a 6-pack of buns
Maybe-
and an 8-pack of weenies.
Maybe it depends on which
Depends on
which
which
ones you
pack.
buy.
That actually makes more
You're
sense.
never going to find the same amount.
But it's never the
is the
same.
point. You're never going to find the same
Yeah.
amount of buns for dogs.
Must have started in Mississippi.
Mississippians did it. That's right. All right.
It's a consumer thing. It's to force you to buy.
Just to buy an extra pack of one or the other.
And then and you're like, well, I'm not going to buy more bread right now because I don't want the bread to go bad,
Yeah.
so I'll wait. And then now I got to get
Hey,
bread.
I've actually
Buns.
I've
Then
made
you
a
get buns.
PB&J on a hot dog bun just to
Yeah.
not
Just
waste
to
it.
use it.
you want one time?
Good idea.
Or
Never.
double up your hot
That's a
dog.
good idea.
I made a PB&J out of 2 pancakes one time. I didn't
Nice.
have bread. I made 2 pancakes and made a PB&J out of it.
Well, that sounds
It'll change your life.
Sounds fire.
Wow.
It'll change your life.
Sounds real good.
That's a pro tip right there.
New restaurant idea.
All right.
PB&J
Introduce that.
pancake.
Yeah, I like it.
The chef did.
PG
our
and
brunch.
pancake.
PG and pancakes.
For our brunch place, dude.
Oh, you guys are opening a brunch place?
We need to open
Yeah.
a brunch. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
All right. So that brings us to Man on the Street round and questions. Hello, Bryce Brizzle McKnight, IATQ. I'll ask questions. Podcast in St. Augustine. You guys should check it out. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz and everything. You are in for a treat because we have none other than street performer Jordan Feil, banjo extraordinaire. Jordan, thank you for doing our show, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It really is a pleasure listening to you play, man. You are something else. We appreciate it.
All I do is try, you know what I mean? Get out with the banjo and you try.
Jordan does, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, if you haven't heard him, get down here. St. Augustine. All right, Jordan, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Your first question, I don't want to get run over by a car. Thank you, Red Dog. Our first question is, who is the beast of Bray Road?
I
Like a
don't know.
chupacabra or something.
Must be something like that. Chupacabra. What do they call the Loch Ness monster?
Like,
you know?
all right, like a cryptophile or something, like a cryptophid, I think they're calling them. All right. Things like that. First question, we'll go to our person or persons on the street, whoever we interviewed this time. You will see it after I ask Ricky his first question. Ricky, who is the beast of Bray Road?
The Beast of Bray Road. Well, much like the Loch Ness Monster or Swamp Thing or Bigfoot or anything else like that, it is a assumed to be mythical creature that appeared on Bray Road in Wisconsin during the 1980s and 1990s. It appeared to take a almost werewolf, like sort of humanoid wolf type shape, standing between 7 and 8 feet tall.
Wow.
So I googled some pictures. It looks pretty creepy, like the, you know,
Okay.
the first-hand accounts that they like brought to a sketch artist or whatever and had him sketch
alright.
out. Pretty crazy, like almost like long skinny legs and like short body, but like big wolf head.
Weird.
Very creepy, super weird. became like a pop culture thing at some point, like kind of got spread around. They ended up making a movie about it in like 2005. I watched it in research for this.
Oh, sweet.
It sucked. It was, and it's called The Beast of Bray Road. It came out in like 2005. It's fucking awful.
Straight to video.
What does the beast do?
Not a lot.
No?
No.
People just see him and
People
they're
just
weirded.
see it like crossing the street and they're like, oh man, that's weird.
Okay.
That's
Maybe it's
it.
just
No
a
footage,
Sasquatch.
no pictures, no video.
I mean, there
that
was
we know
like
about.
some pictures. You can Google it and it'll be like the first 2 images if you do the image search. But not many firsthand accounts. It didn't really like get picked up, if you know what I mean. Like Bigfoot
Yeah.
became a big
It
thing.
didn't take off.
This didn't, probably because it happened in Wisconsin.
And he didn't do
nobody
jack
gives a
shit.
fuck. And he didn't do anything.
You got to steal a baby or something, or kill a dog, or I don't know, or dismember a deer. Or...
He like only killed black people, so nobody cared.
Ouch. Moving onward.
Edit it out. I don't care.
So the swamp buck.
Our what question? Swamp buck is real.
Swamp buck is
Yes, which you can see in our previous episode. Our next question to the man on the street and Justin Red Dog McKnight
Not good.
Looking at Brad made me laugh.
is what is the best Lamborghini of all time? Your next question is what is the best Lamborghini of all time?
Lamborghini Gallardo.
Gallardo, of course. Everybody knows that. The next,
Orange.
an orange one naturally. Any Lamborghini should be orange. I agree with that.
That's
for-
a
as
fast
matter-
color.
That is a fast color.
So,
The one you own.
Yes.
That's a great
One I'll
answer.
own
Too bad that was
soon.
The only one you own.
The one I'll own soon. However, let me moisten my palate here. So I did some research on this one as well. I have a list, kind of similar to Street Cred list. Number 10 is Sesto Elemento.
Wait, you got a list of 10 different Lamborghinis?
I'm giving you
The top 10?
10 through 2, and then I'm going to explain one. I'll be very quick.
right. Do it.
10 is Sesto Elemento. 9, Veneno, or Veneno.
Okay.
8, Diablo. 7, Espada. 6, Gallardo. Which,
Okay, Gallardo. Yeah.
Gallardo. 5 was an L33 tractor.
Oh, yes.
yes.
Thank you for including
Yeah.
a tractor, by
So
the way.
L33 tractor. There was also a LM002, aka
Prototype.
Lambo, which was an SUV type of thing. 3 was the 350 GT. 2, Countach.
All right.
And then 1 is the I had trouble pronouncing Miura P400, which is known as the first supercar. It was the
yeah. Go ahead.
Miura
I'll get it. here. The
Miura Mira.
Yes.
Mira P400, first
My word is
supercar.
poontang.
Most significant. This is the most significant.
That's a sexy car.
Yeah,
If you like cars, check
inspirational.
it out.
Best Lamborghini has ever made. Pioneered overall to be the landmark of all Lamborghinis. In other words, the footprint of it. The
First mid-engine supercar?
First mid-engine supercar, 2-seater, rear-wheel drive. Had a 239.8 cubic inch, 3.9 liter V12 engine in it, which was originally used in the GT400 or 400 GT at the time.
One of their first cars.
Yeah. So produced between 1966 and 1973. It is a very sexy car.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I
You
would
open the
definitely-
doors, and
Yeah.
it looks like bullhorns.
Yep. Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
Super,
Pretty cool.
super car, super
But
sweet car.
how is it on gas?
I'll ask the questions. Is it environmentally sound?
So when it was released, it was actually known as the fastest production street car.
It's a little rocket,
yeah,
that thing.
Yeah.
And it gets scary because the faster you go, the front end starts picking up, and then you lose traction,
Yep.
and it gets all wiry at like 130 miles an hour.
Yeah. Designed by Marcello Gandini of
One of my favorite
Bertone.
designers. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. He designed quite a few Lamborghinis,
Yes.
including the Countach
Yep.
and Espada.
Yep.
Yes,
That's a great word. Countach.
Countach.
You know what it translates to?
I don't.
Poontang.
Okay, so this is a good story. They were coming out with the prototype of the Lamborghini, and they didn't know what to call it. They're like, here's our new car, and they had like press journalists and everything there to view it. And one of the guys is like, Countach. He's an Italian guy, or Countach, I guess is how
Yeah.
they say it. And roughly translate to holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like it
Cool.
was just
I
so
even like 'em more
mind-blowing.
now.
Yeah.
And the Countach is what got me. I was already interested in cars, but made me a car nut because I saw this thing. Every kid had a poster in my generation
Number 2
with
on
the
the list.
Countach
Yeah.
on it.
Close.
And
2.
I lusted after that goddamn car. I still want one.
Yeah.
And I hear
Yeah.
they're terrible to own and terrible to drive, but I don't care because it's just awesome.
Didn't Ruben Sierra have a Lamborghini?
Yeah, he had a Diablo.
Diablo.
Yeah. We tried to get his autograph
Yeah,
one time
oh.
after a baseball game, and he had a crowd of people following him, and he's just like, get away, get away. And he opens his door to his Lamborghini, climbs in. This lady dives on his lap, and he's like, all right, sign your honor, get the fuck out of here. And then he took off. Damn. That was a sweet-looking car, too.
That was a sweet
I
ride.
had a friend. His dad had a Diablo.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Lamborghinis, actually. That's just a really sick-looking car. It's manual, gated shifter.
Just a
That's the one
successful
that I raced.
realtor, you know.
Nice.
No
Casually
big, no
driving
big deal.
a Lambo.
Lamborghini, how he started is kind of an interesting story. He started building tractors. He was a tractor guy, and he bought a Ferrari, and Ferraris were like Grand Tours. Basically, he was just building cars so he could go race. Ferrari, Enzo. And so Ferruccio Lamborghini went to him and said, you could make these a little more comfortable. The clutch is really heavy in these. And Ferrari basically told him to go fuck himself. Yeah. And so he was like, all right, well, I'm going to start building cars now. And so he directly built cars to compete with with Ferrari.
Yep.
And his first cars were, Grand Tours, engine up front, rear-wheel drive, 4 seats, comfortable. Car that could just devour a continent, just very quickly and comfortably and stylish. So cool story about Lamborghini. Nice job.
Thanks.
That brings us to our next question is where goes to Kevin Sea Dog Wilcox. And that question is, where is the Fountain of Youth? Your next question is, where is the Fountain of Youth, oddly enough?
Shoot, you gotta ask Pants de Leon, I guess, but it's probably somewhere over that way.
I think you are absolutely 100% right, being a St. Augustinian.
Was another good question.
Thanks, Kevin.
Brizzle.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you do. So, of course, living in St. Augustine, we all know
Yeah.
this is the biggest, kitschiest, tourist trappiest thing that's in the city because supposedly Ponce de Leon landed in this area and supposedly he was looking for the Fountain of Youth.
He was searching for it, yeah.
Right. In reality, he was actually looking for an island called Bimini, and he ended up here by accident. And there's a thought behind him saying that he had, the European settlers that came in, that these guys that showed up were short, they were overweight, they were, missing teeth, they were all kinds of issues with their health and so forth, and they run into this group of people, Timucuan or something like that is what they're now. I'm probably butchering it up. But these guys are all healthy and tall and fit, but they live off the land, and these guys. So the thought process was, well, maybe he's looking for a way to look more like these guys because they're all in better shape. There is actually no proof anywhere that he was looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Oh.
Nothing said that he was ever trying to do that.
Really?
He wasn't looking for it. So that was actually created as a story to make him look bad. Because
really?
they thought, because Ponce de Leon was actually an asshole. Seems like all these explorers are.
Short man syndrome.
And, he was very violent. And as a matter of fact, he died because he got hit with an arrow. And, so anyway, going back to where is it at, this is the biggest one that anybody ever talks about right here in St. Augustine. But there's a few more that are supposed to be out there. One's in Punta Gorda.
No shit.
One's in Punta Gorda. Another one is in St. Petersburg,
Wow.
Florida. And then there's another one called the Warm Mineral Springs. I guess it's a mineral spring somewhere. But there's a little bit of evidence to state that there's, between that spring and the one that they have here, there's they've actually found bones and burials and things like that. But my thought when it comes to the Fountain of Youth is that it's really not a physical place. If you think about it, the fountain is all about water. It's all about fluidity. It's all about life moving forward. And I'm thinking that's where people are getting the Fountain of Youth creates your age. Because look how many bullshit is out there. How much product people
Did you
spend
drink from
on.
the Fountain of Youth, Kevin?
I have not.
I have.
I've heard
Have
that
you?
it tastes terrible.
It is. It's awful.
Like eggs,
And that's
right?
what they say about all the rest of them,
It
too. They're
stinks.
very sulfury.
Yeah.
But look how much money has been spent on vitamins and
Yeah.
and elixirs and Botox and creams and stuff like that.
Episode
We've had this episode. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So my thought is the Fountain of Youth is more like something that you're chasing. It's more like the
It's
fluid
metaphoric.
that you're trying to
My wife.
catch up on.
What?
I'm not chasing your wife.
No, I'm saying the fountain of youth for me is my wife.
Oh.
Oh, 'cause I wasn't going to
that's-
say I'm not
that's
chasing
nice.
your wife.
Keeps you feeling young.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Keeps me
Kevin.
young.
That's
Nice.
it, Yeah.
Good answer.
Nice answer, Kevin. 5 points.
Thank you.
10?
10?
10.
10.
Give him 10.
9.
9.
9.5.
magic
Seven,
number.
7.5.
All right, 9.5.
What's in the ring?
Next question goes to RMFJ. That is a one question. Our man or woman or whoever I asked is on the street. We'll answer it. And that question is,
Your next question is, when was the first sport invented?
Ooh, that's got to be shoot when people started throwing rocks around. I mean, AD or BC, 10,000.
Probably the
like that.
first two people, probably.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jordan.
Probably something like football or
right.
soccer, Yeah.
All right, cool.
when was the first sport invented?
Before we get to that,
Wow.
on our last episode, we talked about Visine and
Oh, you're fact checking?
eyelids being cum shields, yeah?
Yes.
Eyelashes.
Eyelashes.
Did I say eyelids?
Eyelids
Yeah.
can become shields
Sorry.
as well.
Naturally, that would work.
I mean,
Yeah.
they close when you shoot a blow lead in some girls.
There is no evidence to suggest that Visine, a brand of eye drops, can cause diarrhea. Visine is typically used to relieve redness and irritation in the eyes. If you are experiencing diarrhea, it is advisable to consult a
Imodium.
healthcare professional.
Wow.
Well, I just so happen
would
to
be
have
large
some
amounts.
Visine.
Well, should we all do some?
Were fake eyelashes invented as a cum shield? No, fake eyelashes were not invented as a cum shield. Fake eyelashes have been used for cosmetic purposes to enhance the appearance of eyelashes and create a fuller, more dramatic look.
How
But
dare
they-
you fact check us?
Yeah.
What are you?
never,
What are you
never-
checking on?
Yeah, what are you trying to do, Rod?
yeah.
Did you
Fake
use
news.
Alexa or Google? Because I Google it.
That's Chat GPT.
Oh, that's just people talking.
They don't know what
not a
eyelashes
real
are
person.
for.
That's not a real. Google is.
Why don't you swallow some Visine? Tell us how it works out for you.
Or you can get back to answering your question.
Okay,
when
sorry,
was the first sport invented?
My question is, when was the first sport invented? Okay, thousands of years ago. It's hard to determine.
Okay.
Because they can't really trace it to anything. There's an Egyptian tomb with a painting from around 2000 BC of guys swimming and racing and wrestling, that type of stuff.
Okay.
But as far as a specific sport time, nobody knows. But and we talked about this on the last episode that the first civilization was Mesopotamia, about what would we say, 4500 BC.
Something like
Something
that.
like
And so I'm sure that they had some sort of sport because they had mathematics, they had agriculture, they had irrigation.
Yeah.
So surely.
And I'm thinking Olympics. I mean, the Olympics has been a thing forever, right?
No, the Olympics
When's the
started.
Much later.
That was because of a marathon.
Right.
Oh.
No, the Greek Olympic Games. First Greek Olympic Games were 776 BC.
Okay, so it was quite a bit before then.
But I want to say sports have been around since you got 4 or 5 guys together.
Since
Yeah, I
the
mean,
first guy
kicking
had a
rocks can
rock
be
and
a
throw
sport,
another
right?
rock
Yeah.
close to the other rock.
315,000 years.
We used to make up sports.
Yes.
Fun, dumb sports.
Yes, we would.
Yeah.
Probably had something to do with like hunting or running. I would think would be an early
I
one.
think wrestling is what most research said was the first sport.
like the first time people figured out they could run, the other guy was like, "I can get,
I can
faster
beat
than-
you."
I
Yeah.
can beat him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you can fact check me.
You will.
You know I will.
Sounds
I
like
think
it
a
will.
marathon is the distance it is, 26.2, because originally it was a guy running from one town to another,
Yeah.
That happened to be
and
26.
he happened to
Yeah.
die at that mark.
Oh shit!
And so now every time you run a marathon, you're just flexing on that dude that initially died at 26.2.
I think-
And that's why it's called a marathon.
Well, I think it was
the
from
town
marathon.
was called, it was
Yeah.
from marathon to
To
somewhere, so it's
something.
called, yeah.
Yeah.
Roger, I feel you're going down
wow.
on this
Yeah.
one.
I think
Unless
that's
you go
why.
to Chat GV
I thought it
or
had something to
whatever.
do with another army was coming to conquer, and this guy had to run
Had
out
to run
go
out and-
try and get more troops. Or
Right.
tell his community.
or like a
something.
messenger or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And he died at
That would
at
make
distance.
sense.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Well,
We'll
they
go
had
with
like knights and stuff. They jousted. That's way back in the
all right.
back in the day.
Moving on.
It's pretty recently
Is that
pretty
recent?
recent.
in the grand scheme of things.
Talking about
Yeah.
If you're talking about a timeline of history,
The reason the specific distance of a 26.2 miles is believed to be due to the course extension during the 1908 Olympics. It is said that the British royal family requested the course to be extended so that they will have a better view from their
Of
box at the
course.
stadium.
Freaking British.
that's not the origin of where the
the
distance
marathon
term
came from.
comes from.
Yeah.
Right. We're moving on. We're putting it to bed First
All
sport
right,
was
sorry.
invented.
I'll stop
thousands
calling
of years
bullshit.
ago. You can if you want to, Roger. It's
All
fine.
right.
Better.
Now I want to know.
Maybe in another episode we'll figure it out.
Your final question is, how fast can you throw a baseball?
Probably like 72 miles per hour.
I think you're kind of a lanky guy. I think you could probably
I'm quick with the arm, you know. It'll give out after 3 or 4, you know. Quick
not
throws.
not the way you play that thing. It don't. That's for sure, man. Jordan, we really appreciate it, man. You keep doing what you're doing. We'll be down, you know, usually every Saturday. Give you a little something, say hi. All right, appreciate it,
God
dude.
bless y'all.
God bless you, man. Merry Christmas.
Have a great day. Merry Christmas.
All right.
The next question and final question in question round is going to Brad, OG Champ Keepers, and that question is, how fast can you throw a baseball?
Today,
Like from a pitcher's mound? Yeah, today, right now. Could you cross the plate?
I could cross the plate.
Okay.
I also have a partially torn rotator cuff, so I'd be lucky to throw 60
15?
miles an hour.
60?
Yeah.
You're going with 60.
Wow.
That's still pretty
Well,
fast.
and when I was like 16, 17, I could throw in the 80s.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a pitcher at all?
Not. I was a third baseman.
Okay.
So I had to throw across the diamond.
So you had to have a good arm for
Yeah,
the
to wing
race.
it.
Yeah.
But today, not. Yeah.
I think I could hit 40.
you could hit 40.
Yeah, you could hit
That's
40
not-
for sure.
yeah.
That's not hard.
That's not hard at
I
all.
wonder what our man on the street said.
I don't remember, but we'll see that soon. But yeah, I think I tried it once when I was 15 or 16. I threw like 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
72 or something.
Do you know what the fastest pitch is?
110?
No.
Close.
105.
109?
102.
105.
0.8.
Holy
Wow.
Who threw it?
Aroldis Chapman.
Yep. Aroldis Chapman.
Aroldis Chapman.
Yep.
For the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep. Sure
on
was.
September 24th, 2010.
You know
Sure
what?
was.
I'm gonna
Nice.
I'm gonna start watching baseball again. This season coming around, I'm a Reds fan. I've always been a Reds fan, and I'm
Reds,
gonna
yeah.
continue to be a Reds fan.
The Miami Reds, correct?
No, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
It's from a previous episode.
Nice.
I wish I would have known that.
That's all right.
That's my show. I don't even know.
If you guys
you
would
watched
watch,
our
if
show,
you guys
you
would
might
watch
know.
the show.
It's our show. Yeah, right? I gotta give myself shit for that. Damn. All right. So let's move on with story round. And my story this week is going to be when I made 2 cameos on cable television. I have 2 cameos on cable television in my history. And the first one is we won a race in Watkins Glen, New York. The 6 Hours of the Glen. I want to say it was 1996 or 7 or something like that. And Sylvan won. It was a 6-hour race. And he was coming down the pit straight. And it was the final lap. The guy's waving the checkered flag. And we're all running across the pit lane screaming, yeah! And you could see me screaming like a maniac. The second one was they used to do a show on Discovery Channel called The Operation. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but they would show operations. They'd follow a patient around, say he's having a rotator cuff surgery, and they say, "Oh, how'd you tear it?" Blah blah blah. What's it? And then they'd have
Follow Brad.
That'd
show
be a
you
cool
how they
show.
fixed it,
Yeah.
and then they'd show you the surgery. Well, I was on the operation. They did. They followed Dr. Stedman around to do microfracture surgery, and he pioneered that surgery. And what it is you have like arthroscopic surgery, and you got a bald spot where your articular cartilage is no longer growing, and you have bare bone, very painful. You poke some little holes in it with this sharp ice pick looking thing. It stimulates bleeding and fibrin cartilage, not hyaline cartilage. And it's supposed to cover the bald spot in your knee. So the Discovery Channel did a show on it, and I was the tech in the room, and I got on TV a few times during the episode.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I've been on TV twice.
Right on.
Awesome.
That's my story.
You're like a real
Claim to
star.
fame.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, Ricky.
You're a
Yeah.
celebrity.
We're getting there.
That gold lobster.
I mean, you're the most famous of all of us.
For
For sure.
By
For
two.
sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Ricky, what's your story?
I have a story about Steven Tyler.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that stems
nice.
from a conversation we were having earlier.
Okay, cool.
When I was like age like 12 through 14, I was friends with this like really well-off family, and they had a summer home in this place called Hummerock, which was literally just for rich people to have their summer homes.
All right.
And they were all right on the beach, and it was like where 2 town lines crossed over, Marshfield and Scituate. And Steven Tyler had a house in Marshfield, Massachusetts, and like he would be seen pretty regularly, like out at the store, out driving around, like
Regular
at the mall, whatever. And he had this like little kit cart car that he built. Like you could tell
Cool.
he built it.
Cool.
And and he'd like drive around in it, and he had that like leather hat on with the wings on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the fighter pilot.
And like the
back in
goggles,
day.
because it didn't have like a big windscreen and no roof on it. And he'd be driving around. He had like the big lips, fucking driving around. And he'd like drive around and he'd stop and talk to people. And a group of us were at this like general store one day, and there was an ice cream shop there. And in comes Steven Tyler in his car, and he's buying cigarettes. And he's like, "Hey, I'll buy you kids ice cream. Get over here." He's like this big, by the way. He's tiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's like a mix of kids there, ranging in age, both boys and girls. And he's like, "How old are you kids?" And everyone's like going down and giving their age. And he's like really talking to this one girl that's there. And she's like in a bikini, and she's got, like a little body on her. And you get to her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm 14." And he just goes, "Not anymore." And he gets and he gets in his car and drove off. And at the time, I didn't think it was that weird because I was like 12. But now as an adult, I'm like, he was thinking about it. Like he's been there before.
That show, Sweet Carol, or the song "Sweet Caroline." That's about Carolyn Kennedy, and she was like 15 when he wrote that song about her wanting to be with her.
Yep.
So, little fun fact.
We saw
nice story.
We've seen Steven
ahead.
Tyler before.
Pre-story, your story. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
So we were sitting in South Beach. I'll make this quick. We were sitting down in South Beach, Miami.
At a cafe
at
on
a
the
cafe,
sidewalk.
yeah. And sure enough, we're eating.
Crowd of people.
Just
starts coming towards us.
Entourage. And we're like,
Eat the mic, Justin.
Yeah.
what is
dude.
going on? So we're like looking, and all of a sudden, my dad out of nowhere is like, "What's up, Steve?"
He goes, "Hey, Steve."
Yeah, and we're like,
Like he knew him. Like, "Hey, Steve."
and me and my brother look at each
He
other
like walked
"What?"
right past us. Like,
Yeah. And then I look, and I look at my brother, and I'm like, that was fucking Steven Tyler. And he had like
Joe Perry was there?
Oh yeah, Joey Perry. It was the
that'd be
whole
cool.
entourage. It was freaking incredible.
and
just walked around the corner.
a line full, a sidewalk full of people just following him everywhere he went. He's like,
Cool.
"Whatever, good." He didn't care. He's just like, "Whatever." Hey, what's going on? Yeah. But my dad's like, "Yeah, I know this guy. What's up, Steve?"
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
We looked at him like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah. You don't know
Rock
him.
star life is good.
know who
Yeah,
he
must
is.
be.
Yeah, he knew who he was. Yeah. All right, Justin, tell us your real story.
My real story is goes when all my stories are when I was younger.
Okay, that's fine.
I was probably we were living on McGrath Circle, which I'm gonna guess I was probably in elementary school.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Coming home from school off the bus, and I have a pretty long walk, and I'm walking down. There's a kid that used to live by us named Bobby, and he used to pick on me all the time. He was quite a bit older. I think he was 3 or 4 years older than
Yeah,
me.
something like that.
Bigger kid, double my size. Come and just
Hard to believe.
pick on me. I mean, he would pick on me big, and he one time pushed me in the woods, dirtied up my clothes, new all this. Come home and I tell my brother, and my brother was like, "Okay, we're gonna take care," because my brother's obviously older than me, he's 7 years older than me. Goes up there, knocks on his door, and he pulls this kid out of the house, and he drags him down the street into that same area, and pushes his ass into the mud. And he's like, "You ever fucking pick on my brother again, I'm going to whoop your ass."
Nice.
And that kid never touched me again.
He was a cool kid after that.
Yeah, he was super nice, super friendly.
It should have been. I thought you were going to tell the story when you had to take a shit and you couldn't make it home. You had to take a shit in the woods. That would have been a better story.
I mean, we can segue into
See?
that.
Segue from
We could-
All right, go.
Real quick.
We got sand in the glass.
I was
Go.
going home from the bus, and I could not. I was like on the bus hurting. I already
Because
had
the
to go
bus
on
vibrates you.
bus.
It's
Yeah.
shaking you around a bit.
And I
you're
mean,
like,
it's a
"Ugh."
walk. It's a half-mile walk. And I'm like, from the bus stop to her house. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So I literally, in the same woods that I got pushed in, hopefully this was
a different spot.
different time.
Yeah, before you got pushed in the woods or after?
Yeah, before, hopefully it was before this time.
Did you get pushed in your own shit?
No.
Okay.
I shit my pants. Literally. Bad.
Yeah,
Like,
we've been-
it
we've
was
all been
all...
there.
You didn't make it.
No.
It happens.
I thought you told me you pooped in the woods, but you didn't make it? You just pooped your pants?
I did both. I was going down and then...
Okay, you started pooping your
Did
pants.
both.
Yeah.
And it was like, I got...
Yeah.
All
And then
right.
and then I grabbed a
No, we
leaf.
just pull 'em
I
back
grabbed
up
a
and
leaf.
finish.
And
Oh, that's dangerous.
Risky.
Man. Yeah, risky.
Could have been
Risky
poison ivy.
business.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I wiped my ass with some leaves.
All right, Kevin, what's your story? You ever shit in the woods?
It's hard to follow that one up. No,
You're welcome.
I never have. Another Navy story.
Good.
I'm getting ready to go on a deployment. So the night before you go on a deployment, there's a lot of things that you try to do. But I was single, was living on the ship at the time, and a buddy of mine and I decided to go out one more evening. This was in Charleston. And one of our friends who was stuck on duty, he couldn't leave. Big old bodybuilder guy, but he liked driving Volkswagen Bugs. That's what his thing was.
Okay.
See this big guy get out of a
each
tiny
their own.
little car, and that's what he liked.
And 7 other clowns.
He wasn't a clown. He's a pretty big guy.
right.
He's a good guy, too. And anyway, so me and Mike Tessier, he says, could you take my car during your last night and park it over at this area, and my buddy Chuck is going to get it, and he'll take care of it for the next 6 months. And we knew who Chuck was. Chuck was pretty good. Pretty cool guy, too. So me and Mike went out, and we're screwing around. Didn't really drink or anything like that. Didn't get drunk or anything. But we had parked someplace to get some food. I think it was a fast food place. And I went inside, and I came back, and Mike is on the other side of the car with the car door open, laughing. And I'm like, what's so funny? Well, he had dragged over this cement pole. There was a pole stuck in cement, like what they would use to cordon off parking lots with. Okay. Over to the car, and he's like, we're going to put it in the car. I was like, why are we going to do that? And he said, because then Chuck's going to see it, and he's going to wonder what it's doing in here, and he's going to have to get it out. I was like, this is probably not going to end up well, but okay. So we moved the seat back, fold it down, get the thing in the car, and it wasn't quite moving where it needed to go. And so the end of the pole was right up against the front glass. You can kind of see where that's going.
Yep.
So we just heard a loud crack, and then the whole windshield. So we drove down this back country road and dumped this pole out in the middle of this thing, driving back down. Yeah, we had to get rid of the evidence because we were like, no, we're not going to tell Mark that we broke his windshield. Especially after we were driving around and the sun visor kept flopping down in Mike's face. So we took the bike and threw it out the window. I was like, he probably shouldn't have asked us to take his car, his prized possession, and put it somewhere. But yeah, Mark, sorry about that.
Sorry about you.
Sorry, Mark.
Wait, does he still not know that happened?
Oh.
that y'all did
I
that?
don't know.
He's just like, how the fuck did my
He did not
windshield get
know,
cracked?
right? We didn't break it through. We just
He's
cracked
going
it.
to send you a bill.
yeah, no.
It's like, oh, Mark?
Safe flight.
He's going to send you a bill. He's going to be like, yeah,
Safe flight repair,
$500.
safe flight repair.
Thanks, Brad.
Marketing.
There you go.
All right, RMFJ, what's your story?
So I had to do my very first Zoom call ever, Zoom meeting.
Okay.
It's restarting ACLS, and I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the Zoom class. All you got to do is hit the link, whatever. But we were still working, so I had like 2 minutes to okay, here we go. And I hit the Zoom link, and it wants access to my camera. It wants access to my microphone, and I accidentally said no. So there was some sort of privacy setting, right? So I joined the Zoom class, and I can hear the guy, and there's a couple other people. He's Mr. Jones, can you hear me all right? Yeah, I can hear you. He goes, I can't hear you. This is going to be a problem, Mr. Jones. You need to get it fixed. So right then I start to pucker. I'm like,
What do I do?
exactly.
Where's Fernando?
I am the worst
You needed
tech
Fernando.
guy ever. I couldn't tell you how. So I get out of the Zoom call. I get back in the Zoom call. Hopefully it's going to ask me again.
Classic.
I get out. I get back in, right? And now I'm really getting anxious because I got to get this class done. There's a lot of things riding on this class. So I just take the phone and I go into pre-op and post-op, and I'm like, does anybody fucking know how to do Zoom? I mean, I'm steaming now.
Yeah.
And Mary,
Thanks, Mary.
yeah, I know. She says me. She's like, well, you got to go to your settings. And
She knew.
she
She
did.
knew.
Man.
Yeah.
Way to
Roger.
go.
Her and Alana saved me.
25 more points to Mary
Yeah.
C.
Roger with a true boomer moment.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it was so bad.
Fucking up the Zoom.
I know.
Damn it.
But did you guys? I mean, if you hit you got to go to settings. You got to go to Zoom. You got to go.
I know how to do it,
Okay,
buddy.
all right. Well, fuck you guys. Then, all right?
That sounded like a beef
Just you.
round. Raj, you should have beefed that one.
That was actually going to be a beef. Is
Okay.
it how tech
counts?
unsavvy I am? Yeah.
All right.
Beef with yourself.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
And this guy probably deals with this 100
Oh,
times
you
a
know, and
day.
he's like, "No, Mr. Jones, this is going to be a problem. You need to get this fixed." And I'm literally right. Can I answer like this?
yeah, like a red
He's
dog.
like,
Yeah.
You know, Red Dog
That's
went
how.
through.
That's exactly what I thought
Episode
of.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think we.
And he was like, "No, I can't read that. We're not going to do it that way." So I text him, "Can I answer like this?" He doesn't text me back. I'm like, "Can I call you?" Mr. Jones, this is a problem. Get it fixed, or we're
Yeah.
going to move on.
Oh no.
And it took like 12 minutes before I finally figured it out. So at least he was cool enough to say, okay.
Was there a test at the end of it that was
Yeah.
pointless? That everybody
No,
passes?
no. It was this guy could tell if you knew what you were doing. It wasn't one of those just answer these questions.
He's
it was
like, you got
it was
this
okay,
right.
here's your scenario. And if you kind of talk the talk,
Yeah.
he's like, okay, this guy's done it. He
Ah.
knows what you're doing. And then he
That's-
kind of lets up.
that's
and,
a good kind
and,
of
oh,
test.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
the way
sure.
to do it, too.
Yeah.
But if you're like
Real world.
an idiot, he's like, no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Raj.
That's a good class.
Brad, you're next.
Thanks, Mary.
What is your?
Yeah,
And thanks, Mary. Brad, what's your story?
My story is when I saw in person one of the greatest baseball plays of all time.
Okay.
To me.
Oh.
We took a trip to Texas. My dad's side of the family lives in Texas. And at the time, my uncle was living near Dallas. And they surprised me one day, and they're like, hey, we're going to go to a baseball game. I was like, baseball game? They're like, yeah, we're going to go to Arlington. We're going to see the Rangers
See the
play.
Rangers.
Cool.
I'm like, oh, sick. That's great. I'm like, I'm not thinking anything of it wrong with it. I'm like, oh, who are they playing, by the way? I'm like, they're playing the Mariners. To me, this is like, I was like, they're playing the Mariners? That means I'm going to get to see Ken Griffey Jr. play.
Sweet.
So we get there, and our seats are straightaway center, which means I get to watch Griffey the whole time.
Cool.
And I think it's like the 7th or 8th inning. And there was a player at the time, second baseman for the Rangers. His name is Mark McLemore. He gets a hold of one. It's looking like it's coming.
Center field,
Like it's
straight.
coming straight away center. It's coming to us. I'm like, holy shit! I think we might have a chance to catch this ball. Griffey climbs
The wall.
He climbs the wall, robs it, right? And you're like, I can
You were
see,
like-
I
You were
could
there for
see,
that?
I was two rows up. I see his glove come over the wall. He robs it. The guy didn't tag.
Oh.
Throws him out.
He throws him out
From
at
the
third.
fence?
Yeah, he robs the guy
Seen
and
it.
throws him out. I mean, I'm sitting there watching it happen, and I was just like, as a kid, I mean, I was like
I'm so glad
10 years
you're
old.
there.
I was like, this is incredible.
Oh my God.
Just one of the to see something like that live.
Yeah.
it's pretty
I,
cool.
I do like baseball games.
I like
Yeah.
Ken Griffey. He played for the Reds.
He did for a little while. Yep.
The Miami
Well,
Reds.
with his dad,
Miami Reds.
Yeah.
with Ken Griffey
Yeah.
Sr.
Yeah, they played together.
Yeah.
at a
Right
brief
together.
time.
Yep.
Nice side note.
What if they got along?
To an extent.
I would think so.
I mean, if you name your son after you, like a junior, senior thing, I
George
think you feel
Foreman
like-
named all his kids.
I feel like you get along.
Yeah,
a little bit.
George, 1, 2, 3,
did.
4.
Like
There's a
all
few-
8.
Georgina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a few daughters in there
Yeah.
that don't like him.
Right?
No, there's definitely a Georgina in there,
I
which
know.
is my wife's
They're all
middle name.
George and Georgina.
Red Dog, if you will.
My wife's middle name is Georgina.
Thank you. Questions from the kitchen?
On the back of the paper.
God,
He threw it out.
Which one?
the one I threw away.
So many papers.
That one.
Okay.
Thanks,
the next
Ricky.
round. Thanks, Ricky.
Yep.
Okay.
Pink.
So this questions from the kitchen round comes to us from Fryman Jason, Frymaster
Excuse me.
Jason. Yes.
Can we revisit last episode's question?
Let's get through these,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, sure.
we'll get to what you want to do.
Okay.
If you would like.
Absolutely.
The first question is,
Frymaster
what does from Frymaster Jason? Thank you, Red Dog. What does FIFO stand for?
FIFO.
FIFO.
Fee fi fo
Your
fum.
credit score?
Fee fi fo fum.
Credit score.
FIFO.
Do you want the real answer?
Hello.
An
just
organization.
Stands for
call them out when you know them.
first in, first out.
First in,
Oh,
first
A
yeah.
out.
rotation thing.
Rotation.
Yeah.
I should know that.
Okay. Okay. Next question is these freaking questions. Who is Jacues Pepin?
That's
P-E-P-I-N.
great. Yeah, that is correct.
He was a skunk on a famous cartoon.
Yep.
I like it.
Perfect.
Correct.
Pepe Le Pew?
Next
Next question
French chocolatier.
Going after a cat.
Where
French
is the
chocolatier.
ice cream scoop? God damn it! What'd you do with it, Justin?
It's in the ice machine.
It's in
It's
the
in
ice
the ice
machine.
cream.
Come on,
It's
Frymaster
in the ice
Jason.
cream.
Look in the ice cream machine. When did the first SpaceX launch happen?
First one?
Well, the first one I got on film was from this episode here that you can see the video too.
2004?
04?
I don't know the answer.
oh, wait, none of it.
It's
none of
04
it
now.
knows.
04 it is.
Now
Okay.
it's
I
04.
think it's later than that.
Yeah, I
but
do too.
I think it is too.
I think
Was
we're
it
in
2020?
2010s,
Was it
2015s.
Yeah, probably.
14.
Okay.
I think.
So, what question did you want to revisit?
Oh,
RMFJ?
never mind.
No,
just
wait,
Brad
no,
had
whoa,
such a great
whoa,
answer
whoa.
to. Brad just had such a great answer to.
Oh, 20 minutes late.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not going there then.
Oh, we
Nah.
No,
Wait,
we
what?
got some sand in the glass
Yeah, go
left
there.
if you want to.
Go there.
What was the question?
The original question was,
Ask.
is pink pussy pork?
Yes.
Is pink pussy pork
And
was
it-
the question from Chef Master D from last
Yes.
episode. He
And-
wanted to know is
Yes,
pink
and-
pussy pork and
I-
Roger.
I think that we all decided no, it was not. And then Brad said,
Depends on how much she weighs.
Ding, 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 ding. Day late and a dollar short.
Yeah,
Maybe
love
not.
it.
I don't know. We're going to end the show on
Better
that
late
one.
than never.
On that
We're
note,
going to end the show on that one. So,
All right.
from our panel of illustrious experts, thank you very much. Producer, master, engineer, sound man, Fernando, thank you, sir. Fernando.
Thank you, Fernando.
Good job, Brad. Good job, me. Good job, all you, for sticking around and watching still, the three of you that are doing. I know MC's there. Thanks, Mary.
"Hi, Mary."
Thank you
Mary.
all. We love you
Bye,
all
Mary.
very much.
See you
Good.
Monday.
Bye, Mary.
Good whenever, wherever you are. I'm Brizzle.
She'll love it. She'll love it.
Maybe she can come in here.